Tonight, New York City is preparing for more busloads of migrants sent from the southern border by Texas Governor Greg Abbott. Many are trying to escape dangerous conditions in their home countries, but they don't all survive the journey. Tonight, we're bringing you the stark reality, a morgue that is at capacity because so many are dying as they attempt to enter the United States. Rosa Flores is out front at the border for us. We do want to warn you, this video is graphic and might be difficult to watch.
This 22-year-old Mexican construction worker crossed into Texas with his brother last week, authorities say.
They'd been walking for 3 days without any food.
The patches on his body.
Now, did he get medical attention?
He did.
Signs paramedics tried to save his life. Migrants have tried entering the U.S. southern border a record-breaking nearly 2 million times since October. And this man's tragic story is far from unique. Webb County medical examiner Dr. Corrine Stern says this year is on pace to be the deadliest year for migrants crossing into this region of Texas in recent memory.
I'm seeing an extreme increase in the number of border crossing deaths compared to other years.
So much so, Stern recently did something she says she has never done in her 20-year career. She told officials in the 11 border counties she serves that her office is at capacity.
And so we're asking them to store them at their funeral homes until we have a space available.
And in Maverick County, one of the deadliest counties, says Stern, a funeral home there tells CNN they're at capacity too. And with the medical examiner not taking the deceased, they are now burying unidentified migrants.
In the back of the county cemetery, there are 16 fresh graves. There were no funerals, no family, no flowers. All the graves are marked with partial crosses made out of PVC piping. All of these are migrant Jane and John Does, except for one. There's a baby John Doe.
Plus 63.
Stern says she has 260 deceased migrants in her custody. The majority died this year from drowning or hypothermia and are pending identification.
There's a barbed wire fence all around.
Despite the dangers, Maverick County Sheriff Tom Schmerber says the arrival of migrants is not stopping, and neither are the deaths. He shows us post-mortem photos, some too graphic not to completely blur, including of a child, of just some of the migrant deaths in the past 7 months.
This is a crossing area.
And it's every day that you're finding bodies.
Every day.
And then shows us
A 3-year-old in this area?
This area.
where a 3-year-old drowned Monday.
And I was informed that he was taken out, gave him CPR, but then he died.
Tuesday, our cameras were there as another body was recovered from the Rio Grande. This time, a man. Yards away, dozens of migrants who had just crossed the river waited for Border Patrol, including 2 Cuban women in their 20s who did not want to be identified for fear it could impact their immigration cases.
How deep was the water for your daughter?
She shows us it was about waist deep and then got emotional. When asked about children dying on the very river she had just crossed. She says it was a tough decision for her daughter's future. Most likely the same hopes and dreams this man had. His cut short. But Stern says he was fortunate not to die alone.
His brother stayed behind and was with him at the time Border Patrol found him.
Which means, unlike the hundreds of other unidentified migrants in her custody, he will reunite with his family soon, says Stern. And has this message for anyone thinking about crossing the border.
Politics aside, all these deaths are ruled an accident. An accident by definition is preventable. 100%. Stay home.
Now, Dr. Stern also says that there's an increasing number of children who are also dying, so much so that she has already identified 6 this year alone. As for the countries where a lot of these migrants who are being found deceased in this area are coming from, she says that they're coming from countries that she has never seen before, including countries with frosty relationships with the United States, Venezuela, Cuba, Nicaragua, which makes it very difficult to get biometrics and other identifying information. So, Kate, what she says that this means that for some of these migrants, they will go unidentified. Kate?
With so many others now, as you've just reported. Quite a report. Thank you, Rosa. Thank you very much.